Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, please make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _. We're able to be a little more explicit, a little more uncensored, and share content freely without running the risk of having our channel terminated. So, once again, make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _. We're almost at 100,000 subscribers. So if you like this video, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. Now let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, you would think that after almost 2 weeks of going back and forth, and real life things occurring in this crazy world we live in today, that by now Meek and Akademiks wouldn't possibly still be going back and forth. However, if you thought that, then you was terribly wrong. Because after almost 2 weeks of Meek Mill first being included into Diddy's lawsuit and DJ Akademiks reacting to it, these two are still going at each other on social media. And I kind of predicted this because knowing Meek Mill's history and seeing how he is when responding to anything that jeopardizes his character, it's like he's not going to stop, right? Until he get his point across. And DJ Akademiks is pretty much the same way, but Akademiks is not going to let you get away with saying something and not respond. So it's like a battle between ego and pride meeting one another because Meek is the same way, Akademiks is that way, and it's just one big cluster. Now, what do you get when neither party just wants to walk away? Well, you get exactly what you're seeing now. This time it's not even about Diddy anymore, it's more so a status thing, I feel, because Meek Mill has decided that he would like to have his own podcast where he can speak freely instead of carrying on Twitter. That's when Akademiks will make an offer to Meek for $1 million to do a podcast deal, but of course Ak had to be trolling because he know good and damn well that Meek Mill isn't doing any type of business with him, not to mention it'll look more like a flex on Akademiks' behalf. And let's be real, Meek is not about to let anybody outflex him, especially somebody that he was just going back and forth with, especially with it being DJ Akademiks. Now I want to get into the tweets and hear what you guys think about it. Keep in mind, Akademiks still has his interview with Quilly Mills and Dean coming out on his platform. Two guys that had a falling out with Meek Mill, and I'm sure the whole Philly is definitely going to be tuned in for it. For one, Quilly is a movie by himself on his own lives, so to be on a platform like DJ Akademiks and knowing that Ak is going to ask some type of troll-worthy questions, it's definitely going to be an entertaining interview, especially with Dean. So y'all stay tuned for that. However, let's get into what Meek Mill had to say about doing the podcast, because this is where it all started and went downhill from there. Meek would take to his Twitter account to say, quote, "I want a podcast deal. I have a lot to say on many different levels. If you have a podcast business moving slow, I could reverse that. From Meek Mill, I've always been my own media and I want to join the culture of black media." Then DJ Akademiks will respond by saying, quote, "He don't want a box, maybe he want a podcast." Meek Mill will respond to him saying, quote, "Yeah, just a podcast deal, my boy. I just want to get a media now and rap. To tell reform stories about the system, let others share their stories and address all propaganda. Uplift the black culture, stop beefs publicly. It's going to be called culture currency." Now, Akademiks will see that and respond to it saying, quote, "I'll offer you $1 million up front for you for 52 episodes. One a week. We own video and audio with an option to renew for a second year. Also, we bust down ads 50% on any ads we bring in, Prize Picks, Fashion Nova, etc. You can own the podcast, but we share the IP as long as you in the deal." Then Meek Mill will respond by saying, quote, "I'm richer than everybody that deal with you. LOL. Then in another tweet, he will also say, quote, "Not like a finance podcast deal thing, LOL. I hang around all billionaires and I'm caked up. You streaming from your chair getting drunk. I'm changing laws and stopping major hood beefs and trying to uplift the culture." Meek will also go on to say, quote, "The hat you wear, I might own. I just don't be saying nothing." But he's pretty much trying to imply that he really got other things in order behind the scenes that people don't know, I guess, whether it's clothing, garment, and a lot of celebrities do actually have that. They don't like to put their business out there because it is a such thing where people will support something until they know that you're attached to it. So once they realize that this name or that name is attached to it, if they don't like you or like whatever you represent or whatever the case may be, they may stop supporting just off the basics that you are behind it. right? So a lot of celebrities actually fall back. They don't tell you all their business, and it's a smart business move. But that's what Meek Mill is insinuating. Now, Meek will also go on to tweet, quote, "Teach the level of business knowledge I know from the streets to being around extreme wealth. Like how you had the show on Spotify, but fueling street beefs, I want that type of opportunity." So he tried to throw a jab at DJ Akademiks, but as y'all know, Akademiks is the wrong one to do that to, man, because he always got some type of snappy comeback, and that's exactly what he did. Now, DJ Akademiks would catch wind of everything he just said, and he would respond by saying, quote, "Wait, you're stopping hood beefs? Laugh my butt off. N-word your freestyle 2 days ago, you rap, you N-word start spinning, we spraying your car, Turks and Caicos, I got back and bought 3 new Dracos. N-word, you're the biggest promoter of the ish you claim you want to stop." Sheesh. Then in the next one, he would say, quote, "You don't reside in Philadelphia anymore. You live in a high-rise condo in Manhattan. You drove to Philly at 2 a.m. to act like you were spinning or looking for ops. Ran into nobody. Ran 3 red lights getting out of there and drove back home. LOL, brother, why did you do that?" Then the last one was like a nail in the coffin, because Akademiks would pretty much repost all the, messages that Meek sent to Poundside Pop a couple days ago when they had their little back and forth on social media. But DJ Akademiks would repost them and say, quote, "You don't think tweeting that you got $1 million to put aside to wipe a street N-word family off the map is inciting street beef? You don't think acting like you're driving around Philly at 2 a.m. with your check engine light on ready to spin is inciting street beefs? You don't think you being a millionaire but taunting people who have no choice to be in the hood is fueling street beefs? Sheesh. You don't think blocking opportunities from upcoming rappers who have no outlet but drugs and violence is inciting street beefs? You don't think tweeting you're down to die over a situation you reacted to poorly is inciting street beefs? You don't think saying you'll pull up to N-words' houses, piss on their steps, and shoot music videos in front of their houses is exciting beefs? You can't keep talking about both sides of your face, activist or killer. We've been wanting to know. Oh, and I got screenshots in case you thought your post and delete was forgotten. By the way, since you told the governor on me, don't you think he should know why you stand next to him talking prison reform? You keep rapping about killing people and tweeting that you got $1 million hits on people? Sheesh. Now, like I said, man, as y'all know, DJ Akademiks is always going to have some type of comeback. Not to mention, going against Akademiks on the internet is not a small move. He has a core following, he has audience that it don't matter what he does. They love Akademiks. So going against him as an artist makes no sense, because you have way more to lose than him. Even if Akademiks lose or look stupid or whatever, he still has a following. But if he make you look crazy as a rapper, it does more damage than good for you and your career. And we can't sit here and act like DJ Akademiks doesn't have a point, because he's saying the same thing that we've been saying. At the end of the day, you can't talk that you want to push peace, you want to reform, you want to do X, Y, and Z. However, your music reflects otherwise. Your actions reflect otherwise. So you could talk push peace, you could talk that you want reform, you could talk that you want everybody to come together, but if you're not displaying that through your actions where the kids can see or anybody else can see that you're trying to convince to push peace, they're not going to follow you. You can't say you want peace and then start rapping about spinning blocks and buying Dracos. It just doesn't make sense. So y'all jump in the comments, let me know what y'all think about this, man. How y'all feel about DJ Akademiks and Meek Mill going back and forth for like the millionth time? Alright, y'all jump in the comments, let me know what y'all think about this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm gonna keep on dropping. And I'm out.